A Brony's Guide to Equestria, written by Blizzards Chapter 4. Humans. According to Lukas, I was so caught up with talking with the student 6 that I forgot the reason why I came here in the first place, to check on Twilight. But as soon as I left the library, I was soon met with a problem. I had no idea where Twilight's class was, and this school was pretty big, at least from what I've seen in the show. Eventually, I decided that it would be best for me to ask someone for directions, but then again, the only ones I've met so far are the main 6, Spike, Starlight, and the student 6. I don't think anyone else would be willing to talk to a creature like me, but I'd never know until I tried. So after mustering up a little courage, I approached the nearest pony, a mint green color Pegasus with an orange mane and tail and a purple bow in her mane. "Oh, excuse me," I said, trying my best not to startle her. She turned towards me, and, as soon as she saw me, her eyes widened in surprise as she let out a small gasp. "Oh, hello there, can I help you?" "Yes, do you know where Twilight's class is?" I asked hopefully. "Oh, sure." The mare then pointed towards a nearby hallway. "Down that hallway, first door to the right." "Thanks," I replied, before making my way over there. It didn't take long for me to arrive at the door the mare had directed me to. As I leaned in, I could faintly hear Twilight's voice from inside as she went on about magical artifacts. I then knocked on the door. "Oh, just a minute, class," I heard Twilight say. I heard footsteps approaching the door. Before Twilight opened it with her magic, she looked surprised to see me. "Oh, hey Lukas, what brings you here?" "Hey Twilight, I just thought I'd stop by to see how your class is going," I replied. "Well, come on in, the students would love to meet you," Twilight said, before stepping aside, allowing me to enter. As I made my way to the front of the class, I noticed that the ponies were all looking at me with white eyes, clearly interested in the sight of me. "Everyone, I'd like you to meet Lukas," Twilight announced to the class. "He's a human, he's new here in Equestria and will be staying here for a while." "Hey everyone, nice to meet you," I said, a hint of nervousness in my voice. The students all had an interest, leaning forward in their desks. Then, one of the students raised a hoop up before asking, "What's a human?" "Oh, a human is a type of living creature that walks upright on 2 legs. We have hands with thumbs that help us grab things, and we're really good at talking and understanding each other," I explained. The students listened intently as I continued. "Now, humans don't have many magical abilities, but we're still capable of doing amazing things." "Like what?" another student asked. "Like inventing new things, making art, driving vehicles, and so many more," I replied as the students all collectively let out another ooh, clearly interested by the concept of humans. Twilight then stepped forward. "Now, on the surface, Lukas seems very different from the rest of us, but we shouldn't judge someone based on how they look. Lukas may seem a bit unusual on the outside." "Oh, I'm right here, you know," I pointed out. "Anyway, my point is," Twilight continued, "just because someone looks different on the outside, doesn't mean that they're any different on the inside. It's not just looks that make up someone, it's also their feelings and attributes that truly matter." The students eagerly took down notes, seemingly thirsting for more knowledge. I couldn't help but appreciate what Twilight was doing, despite the fact that we had only met each other yesterday, and the fact I just suddenly showed up at her front door. She was talking about me like we had known each other for much longer than that. Even though I was a complete alien to them, she was willing to make friends with me. I guess they don't call her the Princess of Friendship for nothing. As the class continued, the students kept on asking questions about humans and their culture. I answered every question to the best of my ability despite my limited knowledge on human culture. Some students seemed very curious about the fact that I was going to be resonating here for a while. Others, however, seemed to be a bit skeptical about the idea of an unknown creature living with them. Soon enough, I heard the bell ring, signaling the end of class. Honestly, I was pretty exhausted from answering everyone's questions. Some of them I didn't even know the answer to. As the students all left in a hurry, Twilight walked up to me with a smile. "Well, the students seem very interested in you, Lukas," she said thoughtfully. "Yeah, I guess they were," I replied. "Lukas, is something wrong?" Twilight asked worriedly, noticing the tone of my response. "Were the students overwhelming you too much?" "And no, it's not that," I assured her. "It's just that some of the students seemed skeptical of me. I mean, can you really blame them? Some unknown creature just shows up out of nowhere and they are expected to just get used to it." "Lukas, I understand your worries," Twilight said considerably. "But trust me, everyone will warm up to you eventually." "I don't know, till we," I replied hesitantly, my nerves coming back to me. "What if they exclude me? What if they see me as a freak?" That'll never happen," Twilight assured me, putting a comforting poof on my shoulder. "Like I said, you may be different from the rest of us, but no one should judge you based on your appearance." I let Twilight's words sink in. She was always known for giving great advice in the show, so I feel like I should trust her on this. Slowly, I felt my nerves melt away as I felt calm once again. "Thanks, Tilly," I said gratefully. "I guess you're right." Twilight only smiled in response.